Hello everyone, this is Flop06 once again, and today I'm going to be playing Lemmings Paintball. This is going to be my side project on the side of GigaLems. Tried to show as much as the opening cutscene as I could there, but unfortunately I had to start the capture software after starting with the program. Because if I start my capture software and then start up the program, Windows stops the capture for some reason, so I have to start it up and then start the screen recording. So anyway, this is not actually taking up the whole of my screen, this is actually taking up a very small area of my screen. I mean, this is probably about a quarter of my screen right now. And if I go off the side here, I'm probably still about 5 centimeters from the edge of my screen. Well, even more than that, probably even 8 centimeters. That's just it gives you an idea of how small my screen space is. I mean, I can go full screen, but I'll just get an error message. Look, yeah, you can probably see that error message. But I have actually got those dispdib files already installed, so there's nothing I can do about it. Oh, we've got a demo here. But anyway, I've tested what kind of captures I'm getting when I play this. Yeah, let's get rid of that. It's a bit distracting. I've been testing the sort of capture I get from playing, but I haven't actually tried out capturing commentary at the same time. But commentary gets captured by a separate program. I can actually see the commentary being recorded right now, so there's no issues there whatsoever. And I can actually see the screen capture software being recorded as well. But anyway, enough waffling on about that. We're going to get started. Yeah, so this is the single player up here that the paintball guns are pointing at. That's the 2-player mode, but unfortunately it had to be done over the internet at the time of this game, and it wasn't very good. I did actually manage to get into a network game with somebody, but it involved me having 2 copies of the game, so I didn't get to play for very long because the person I was playing with just had zero interest in playing anyway and did not move his lemmings at all. So I did have a good explore of the 2-player levels though, but unfortunately I think the only way you can access them is by actually being in a network game, which is very, very hard to get into now because the internet's gone way too far now. Way further than this game's ever gone. Yeah, and it's done by ratings and password system like other Lemmings games. There's the password screen. That's just the full screen option again, that arrow thing, which again will just give me that stupid error message. Yeah. Don't really know what I did, to be honest. Okay, so we're going to get started on the fun difficulty anyway. So, just to clarify, I've actually got a very small screen space when I'm recording this, but my capture software is just capturing the window which Lemmings Paintball is already in, so I'm just going to take a moment here. You actually have 4 lemmings in this game, but for the most part we'll just be using 1 or 2 lemmings in the fun difficulty. You don't actually see the blue or the yellow lemming much at all. I mean, and to be honest, I'm probably going to do a bit of a Turtles reference as well, because if you notice, they're actually the colour of the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and we're currently playing as the Raphael obviously, and there's Donatello, Leonardo and Michelangelo. So anyway, you saw in the first level we were just put there with a flag and we had to collect it. That's just the purpose of this game. And there's a lever here that I had to pull, and now I had to collect the flag that came down off the platform. It's just teaching you the basics, just like any other Lemmings game pretty much did. And then once you've collected all the flags, the level's over. Or alternately, if all your lemmings get shot or die, because they can die in this game as well, unfortunately, you'll get the failure screen, which we're probably going to see the failure screen at some point, because let's be honest, this game can be brutal in places. So I'll explain the level screen now. You'll have between 1 or 4 lemmings on a level, and you'll have between 1 or 4 flags on a level. Usually the amount of flags is equal to or less than the amount of lemmings you've got, but that might be different because there are cloning machines in this game. So if you've seen the cloning machine in other Lemmings games, it technically came from this game, because this was the first game to use it as far as I'm aware. I mean, this game came out around the same time as Windows 95 Lemmings, so that's just a rough idea of when this game came out. So anyway, enough me waffling on. Yeah, I'm sure most people who are watching this video from the Lemmings community have probably heard the Lemmings Paintball music at some point while playing custom level packs. This is where they originally spawned from, this game, and the music goes well with this game. I'm quite happy with how it is. It does make it feel like a paintballing environment for the most part. Yeah, the levels haven't been too exciting so far. They're just really easy to start off with, just to prepare you for the later levels, because this is just going to be a very small part of like the taxing and mayhem levels, just doing menial tasks like this. Taxing and mayhem levels I feel are quite difficult, to be honest, on this game. And it gives you a password every time you get to a new level. I think the password is based on what levels you have unlocked at that time. So if I went off now and started playing taxing, you probably get a different set of passwords now if you came back to the fun difficulty. It's just a generated number that will spawn the amount of fun and taxing, tricky and mayhem levels that you completed, etc. So think of how many bloody passwords you could generate just by doing a different amount of levels in each difficulty. Halt, who goes there? Alright, this is going to be our first encounter with enemy lemmings, and I'm sure if you notice from the opening cutscene, the enemy lemmings are dressed in red. So basically, you'll get given a paint. The paintballs will just the paintballs will give you ammunition. It'll give you about half a paintball gun. You already get spawned with half a paintball gun, but so having one paintball would completely fill it. And as you can see, I shot them. All you have to do is click the right mouse button, and the lemming will shoot in the direction that you pointed. Now I'm going to be very careful in this game, because as I said, as I've got a very small screen space, if I right click off this window, I am not going to shoot anything, and that could be potentially hazardous in situations like that. So they've introduced us to the enemy lemmings now, so we are going to see more of them in these levels now. We're probably not going to get any warning of them being there either. I know they're through here, for example. Yeah, I know I'm a terrible shot, but give me a chance. I mean, I've only just started playing, and I've already explained the small window thing. I'm just happy that I'm recording this game, to be honest. I did notice that the window was a bit cut off at the top when initially recording, so I have widened the capture footage from at the top of the window, so you might actually see a bit of the window taskbar type thing, because it is an actual Windows type window. Okay, so this is a combination of shooting lemmings and pulling the lever, just like in the previous level. Best strategy with this game is just keep moving while you're shooting, because the lemming's going to still shoot in the same place regardless, because he's going to shoot where your mouse pointer's pointing. So that was just a combination. It threw in an extra lever as well. I think that was like level 2, but they just threw an extra lever in and threw in a couple of extra lemmings. But the flag's over there. And as you can see, some of the time limits have been pretty brutal as well. I mean, I think they only gave you 1 minute in the early levels as well. Okay, this is another feature. You get given a balloon and then you have to click on the balloon down here and you'll get taken to that respective balloon's pole. You've got to be careful as well because there are different coloured balloons as well. So again, as you can see, we're getting through the levels quite quickly, but this is just like a drop in the ocean, these first couple of levels. And what I don't like about this game is it gives you no indication of what level you're on. So, for example, when I put these videos on YouTube now, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to give these levels numbers, aren't I? I don't even know how many levels there are in this game, to be honest. I'm sure someone will come out and tell me. What happens when I stand here? Yeah, this shows the example of the pressure pad. Pressure pad is basically, you don't know it's there, but if you stand on it, something will happen. Yeah, that lemming will probably shoot you and get lucky half the time if you're not quick enough. But yeah, you didn't know that platform was there. That's the kind of thing you have to find out for yourself in this game. But you're lucky because I'm here to tell you that. Okay, next level, float to victory. This is probably going to be another balloon type level. Anything to do with floating is going to involve balloons because it's not like original Lemmings. The Lemmings can't do what they did in the original Lemmings games in this game. They've got a paintball gun. This is a completely different game. Okay, I think we're going to get shot at here as well. Oh no, we're not actually. Yeah, just to make you aware as well. It is quite easy to fall in the fire here, so you have to be very careful. I mean, you can't just click straight to the flag from the flagpole because the lemming will walk in a straight line to it. That's why I did it in stages. Just slide. Now I'm not going to lie here. The very first time I played this level, knowing about the fire in the previous level, you know what I did? I tried to walk straight over to the flag because I thought just slide down this slope here. But no, you actually have to go over here and go down this thing. So there you go. You now know how much of a douchebag I was, well, how much of an idiot I was on this level. But needless to say, even if the fire's not actually there, those red pads will kill you. So you must not step on those red pads ever. Well, they've got to look toasty red like that. I mean, you can step on red step on red tiles normally. Just be aware of the ones that look like fire. You know, like a hot coal type tile. Okay, so next level is fly the flag. As you can see, we've only had one lemming so far, so this is just helping you get to grips with it, and then it will throw you into the deep end all the time. There you go. Here comes another feature, a catapult. And another thing you probably notice as well is the red lemmings have got a very small line of sight as opposed to you. I mean, you can see the whole screen, but they'll probably only notice you if you're standing like here or something, as opposed to if he was standing there. So they got quite a short line of sight, so just be aware of that. Okay, you got to back off this for this one because he can cheap you otherwise. Yeah, he was about to start shooting me then, if you saw. But look, I got to him before he got to me. There we go. Got lucky there. You know, I'm sure you've noticed there's a scoring system on this game as well. Doesn't really do much in my opinion. It was just an unnecessary addition, but gives you some idea of how you're doing, and plus it's quite handy because sometimes in the later levels you don't know that you've shot somebody when you're shooting off screen, for example, and sometimes you have to do some blind shooting in this game, and an indication that you shot somebody is the score goes up by 500 points, which I find quite useful. Now this is our first introduction. This is Donatello joining us. Yes, I'm still sticking with the turtle names. So I'll just get rid of this lemming first and I'll demonstrate. Yeah, if you see, I've actually got them both highlighted at the moment, and they both shoot at the same time if I choose to let them shoot. So there's a reason why there's 2 lemmings in this level anyway. So I'll just pick this level. I'll just pick Donatello to do this, and Raphael will get onto the thing here, and then Donatello has to do that, and Donatello gets left behind unfortunately, but it means Raphael can go on. Yeah. Like I said, just move and shoot, because if you stand still and shoot, chances are that red lemming's already let a shot off, and it's already heading for you, and you're dead. I'm quite surprised I haven't seen the fail screen yet, to be honest, because I played this to test it out a couple of days ago, and I did like half the fun levels, and I think I saw the fail screen like 3 times on the first level that involved shooting. I guess it's just the adrenaline rush. Switching time. There we go. 2 lemmings again, 1 flag. So got the numbers a bit more on our side now. You know, if one of us gets shot, it's not the end of the world. But I think there's a reason why one of us has. I think there's a reason why that is. There's a reason why I'm waiting, because there's some red lemmings patrolling the perimeter here. At least I think there are red lemmings patrolling the perimeter. Okay, maybe I'll switch in time too, because there's 2 switching time levels. Okay, so Donatello's going to hit this switch here, and that means some red lemmings are probably going to advance forward in a minute. There we go. Takes practice to get good at this game. Yeah, this is. I think I'm thinking of switching time 2, because switching time 2 had some pathways here potentially that you could walk to the side as well. I think there's another red lemming in front of the flag as well. Yeah, the flag's just there. When we get to the taxing and mayhem difficulties, the levels will get massive on this game. It'll pretty much be a massive map you'll be exploring, and there'll be traps all over the place as well. So this game gets very complex later on, and it gets very interesting, and it also gets very hard and very puzzly at the same time. So does get a bit lemmingy later on. So we're back to 1 flag, just Raphael this time. And something important to note is, if you've got 1 lemming, it's always the red lemming. It's always your red lemming, so it's always your Raphael, for example. Yeah, I can't quite shoot them that far away, but I could probably just about shoot this red lemming up here. Yes, I can. There we go. Okay, so you don't really know this, but you have to go this way, because you'd eventually come back and go this way anyway, because you literally would not know what to do otherwise. Yeah, because you probably see that switch there and you think, how am I going to get to that? And there you go. There's a lot of cruel tricks this game likes to play on you as well. Sometimes you can just tread in some random location and, you know, the floor will just give away for no reason, and you'll be like, the lemming will be trapped if you don't react quickly. But yeah, it's just one of those things, you know. Sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you just don't know about things. You're like, that's bullshit. I'm gonna have to restart. I won't fall for that ever again, though. But then something else will happen, and you have to restart again. It's kind of like Lemmings in that respect as well. You know, you miss an activation of a basher, for example. You don't put something in the correct place, and you know, you fucked up the level. And it's not like you're in. And when I say this, I mean you're not in Neo Lemmings where you can just backtrack and fix things. Like, you can't do it in this game anyway. You can walk backward. You can take your lemming backwards, obviously, because clearly this lemming's not blind and walking around like in original Lemmings. You know, just blindly walking into traps, and you've got to guide him around it. So I guess you could say that's a difference. I mean, you've got full control over your lemmings. So anyway, next level, time flies.